Hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name's Adrianne, and we're going to take a very soft approach to our practice today, almost taking us into a place of surrendering, letting go, releasing, and we're going to start lying down on our backs. So make yourself comfortable on your backs, but if you have a strap and maybe a block or 2 blocks handy, have those by the side of you for the practice today. So just coming to a reclined pose, lying down on your back as comfortable as you wish to, and you can take a reclined butterfly where the soles of the feet come together and the knees just come out to the side. Maybe you just like to lie in Savasana, but whatever works for you today. This is your practice. And as you come to your mat, that sacred place where we come to just let go and not think of anything else that's going on around us, forgetting the past, forgetting the future, drawing into that present moment. Take a few nice deep breaths here in through the nose and exhale nice and steady and slowly through the mouth. Sigh it out. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Last time, deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. And then just returning back to a steady, even breath. Breathing in and out of the nose. And using that inhale to travel all the way around the body. And the exhale to let go even further. Releasing tension and tightness. Surrender. Surrender to the postures. The difficult ones reflect life's struggles, the sweet ones our joy. Surrender to the outcome of your actions. They are not in your control. Each day, each practice, just do your best. Surrender to the actions of the universe, the marvel of nature, the things you never saw coming. Surrender to your present difficulties, the pain and the losses, especially to the things you tried so hard to control but couldn't. Surrender to the definition of yourself, your judgments. They are just your way of limiting who you are. Have a deep, unwavering trust that right now you are where you are meant to be. Feel the universe working beautiful magic through you. Maybe you wish to draw into an intention or a dedication for your practice today. And then whatever you pose you chose to take for your recline, just coming out of the pose and just drawing the knees in towards the chest. Nice and lightly, no forcing, just allow the legs to be heavy. Maybe the hands come above the knees or onto the shins. And then take that deep inhale and that deep exhale once more as you just let the spine release underneath you. As you circle and roll and massage. Placing the soles of the feet down, hip width apart, just dropping the knees over to the right and the left, almost like windscreen wiping with the knees. Letting the legs be heavy to each side, relaxing into the hips, gentle twist into the torso. And bring back into center. And then roll over to one side and just press yourself up and come into a really nice and soft tabletop here. So the wrists might be a little bit forward of the shoulders. Elbows might be bent, knees a little bit wider than hip width. And you're gently just relaxing here as you sway into the hips. Maybe introduce some circles here so you can circle the hips forward and back a few times. We're going to take a wide leg child's pose. So taking the knees to the outer edge of your mat, toes come together, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, belly, chest, head come down to the mat. And just feeling that length into the spine, releasing each and every vertebrae, creating even more space in the spine. Relax the hips and the buttocks, let them be heavy back to the heels. And as the forehead is now connected to your mat, to the earth, just draw back into that intention of surrender. And then nice and slowly, inhale, come into that relaxed tabletop once more. Relaxed cat and cow. Dropping the belly, opening up through the chest. Nothing is forced, it's all soft. Exhale, curl into cat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, curl. Couple more times. Your pace, your rhythm, your breath. And then last time, just curl up into that cat. Press away from the mat, broaden across the shoulders, draw the abdomen back. Find some deep breaths. And then bring neutral and coming into a pigeon pose. So bringing the right knee to the right wrist. Exhale as you lengthen that leg back behind you. Just find comfort in the pigeon. If it's too deep for you, you can always take a seated pigeon, which is sitting down with one leg crossed over the other. And then you can always use a block underneath that back buttock. And fold for a few deep breaths. And then gently bring yourself up. Just a gentle little press when you come up to seated. Go easy into the lower back and just rock onto the back buttock. And then coming into a wide leg forward bend. Again, making it dynamic or soft for yourself by coming into that dorsiflex, drawing the toes up towards the sky. Inhale, the arms raise, and exhale, reach long with the fingertips, nice flat back. Come to that point of resistance where it's going to start to pull anywhere into the inner thighs and the groin for you. Then bring the hands down, keeping the spine nice and straight here. So just showing you from the side. I haven't got wide enough here, but we've reached out, we've brought the hands down, we're not curling, we're lengthening. So the crown of the head reaches away, and you might go deeper with each breath. So taking it at your own level, your own pace. We're all different when we come to our mats. Every person is an individual, every body is unique. And then gently walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to go to the other side. So that means the opposite knee bends towards that right wrist. And you come into that opposite side of pigeon. And then fold over the leg. A little bit of mandala work as we go around the mat. Sinking the hips, letting go, surrender. Sleeping pigeon. Gently walk the hands back towards the body. Again, a light little press into the mat, sinking the hips even deeper. And then again, just rolling and opening into that wide leg forward bend once more. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, flat back, fold from the hips, reach the hands towards me. And then when you feel that point of resistance coming into discomfort, just lower the hands down towards the mat, keeping the spine nice and straight. Shoulders are relaxed, head in line with back. Couple more breaths. Surrender, let go, release everything. Slowly walk the hands back towards the center and then lift the knees and the legs in towards one another and give yourself a big hug. Well done, guys. It's deep work into those wide leg forward bends for a lot of people. So if you struggle in that pose, just go easy and practice and practice and practice more. So swinging the legs around in front of you for just a little more of seated work into a little flow. Inhale, arms raise. And then exhale, reach long. This is coming into our forward fold. Maybe you use a strap, maybe you take hold of the toes, the shins, or the mat. Let the head be heavy here. Take a few moments of quiet in this pose. It's very calming, allows the mind to settle. Gently as you roll up through the spine, we're going to draw the right leg in towards the thigh for head to knee. Relax into this leg. Inhale and exhale. Turn the body towards that front thigh. Chest comes over the leg. Head comes down towards the knee. Head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana. Slowly roll up through the spine, take the hand back behind you, lift up through the hips, coming up onto the front knee, and reach that arm back behind you as you just extend and lengthen everything. Hips, legs, arms, spine. Bring it back into center. Lift the knee and drop it over to the opposite side for a twist. Hand comes back behind us. You might wish to just hug the knee here, that's okay. Or maybe the elbow goes over the knee, sitting nice and tall, maybe closing the eyes or taking a mudra. And gently bring yourself back into center. Release the leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, once more, forward fold. Let the body release. When we come into a pose a second time around, you might notice some differences. Work with those. Let the body feel heavy. Relax the head and the neck. Give yourself a little wiggle room underneath the buttocks. Get all that flesh out of the way so you have further to go. And then gently roll up through the spine, drawing the left foot into the right thigh. Relax into that knee. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, fold from the hips. Give yourself some space to work with. And relax the head down towards the knee. Gently unroll through the spine. We're going to go up onto the knee, pressing through the hips. The left hand comes back behind us and the right hand goes in towards the sky. Big stretch as you reach out and then bring it back to the mat, lifting that thigh and crossing it over, coming into your half spinal twist again, getting the belly out of the way of the thigh, either hugging the knee or taking the hands and placing into a mudra. Nice and slowly, bring yourself back into center. Release the legs, draw the knees in, give yourself that big hug. Deep exhale. And then take the hands back behind you as you just windscreen wiper the knees out to the sides. And then I'm going to come into our frog pose. So if you are on a hard surface, or maybe you've got issues with your knees, you might wish to double up the mat on the sides where the knees go. So the knees come wide. And taking the feet out to the side, think about getting a 90-degree bend into the knees here. If that's really uncomfortable for you, bring the feet together back behind you, almost like a wide leg child's pose. And then bring the body down as you let the hips open and release to the earth. Just find some comfort, some joy and happiness from the pose as we've worked up towards this throughout our entire practice today. With each exhale, let go a little bit further. And to come out of the pose, just rock yourself forward, bring the feet together, and then rock yourself back, supporting the body weight with the hands, and gently lift the knees in towards one another, and take a kneeling pose. As you just process that frog pose, lengthening through the spine. And then taking yourself to the back of the mat, take a child's pose. Maybe that's a wide leg child's pose. Just done quite a bit of work into those hips, so you might wish to just find a place of comfort by resting the head on a block or onto fists. And sliding yourself all the way along the mat, releasing the hips, the belly, and the torso to the mat. Bring the big toes to touch as you just sway out into the lower back. And the head comes to the back of the wrists. And as we start to slow down our practice, we're just going to take half frogs here. And we're going to just draw that right knee out to the side. So you've got a 90-degree bend into the hip, not too far forward. And a 90-degree bend into the ankle and also the knee. So 90, 90, and 90. Let the body fold down. Gently bring the leg back, and again just sway out into the hips. Left leg comes out to the side. And just drop the hips in towards the earth. And then slowly slide that leg back and just sway out, relax. And we're going to come onto our backs to finish up. So if you want to make yourself a little bit warmer, maybe put some socks, a blanket or a hoodie on, anything like that. We're just going to roll over onto our backs where we are. And just finding that flatness once more in the spine. Gently drawing the knees in towards the chest. Nice deep exhale. And taking the legs straight up to the sky. If you wish to, you can introduce the arms into that dead bug pose. Relax the shoulders down the mat. Close the eyes and just reach the toes and the fingers away. Feel heavy through the body connected towards the earth. And then just gently rotate through the ankles. Had a bit of standing work today, obviously in those balances. And through the wrists. And drawing the knees in towards the chest. Roll and massage out. And if there's something that you need to do right now, go ahead, do that. Or just make your way into your Shavasana. And your Shavasana is your Shavasana, so you can find whatever pose is comfortable to you, but it helps to have the feet a little bit wider than when they're together because that's very restrictive. So try to take the feet a little bit wider and allow the ankles to relax. Arms can come out to the side, maybe with the palms up, or depending on your shoulders, you might prefer them to face down, and that's entirely your choice. And just roll the head from side to side, nice and gently to ease any tension into the neck and the throat. And then bring center and find stillness as you breathe out. Allow your mind to be clear of any thoughts other than being right here, right now. The present moment on your mat with your body and your breath. So if your mind is wandering, just come back to your breath and how the body feels, what experiences and sensations are coming up. And gently bring some movement back into the hands, the head, the feet. Give yourself a big stretch if that feels good for you. And then drawing the knees in towards the chest. Nice deep exhale as you just roll out in child's pose. And then taking your time, roll over to one side, press yourself up and bring yourself into that comfortable seat to close our practice together. And bring the hands into the heart, sitting nice and tall, grounding to the earth, rising through the crown of the head. And just draw back into any intention or dedication that you set at the beginning of the practice for yourself. And give thanks and gratitude to you for showing up, for practicing today, to your body, your breath, and your energy. And I thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.